Hello and happy Sunday. Welcome back to Witches of the Moon. I'm Eva Maria, your Sunday co-host, and today for my Share a Spell, as we've been doing Share a Spell Week, I'm going to be sharing a spell with you that was one of the original videos on my personal YouTube channel. The spell I'm going to show you, it's an interesting spell. A little outside the box. It details how to use dental floss to get someone to speak the truth, speak out, or speak up. I hope that you'll enjoy this spell. And I will say at one point in the video, I do mention sealing a mirror, having a sealed mirror that is used as a part of this spell, and that actually I covered in another video titled Sealing Magical Mirrors, or Sealing Magic Mirrors, something like that. What I'm going to do, since that was covered in another video, I'm going to link my Magical Mirrors videos in the description of this video, so that you can prepare your mirror that way if you choose. I suggest if you're going to try this spell, if you feel interested in it, if you feel that pull to pursue this spell, please do go to the description of this video and do watch my Magical Mirrors videos, because they kind of fill in the blanks as to why I utilized a mirror in the spell, and those videos also show you how to seal a mirror, which is something that I do suggest. Seal and prepare a mirror for this sort of work. So, sorry, I just woke up. If I sound a little rambly, I apologize. I hope you enjoy the spell I'm sharing with you, and here we go. The first thing you're going to need is a piece of cardboard that has nothing printed on either side. You don't want to use like the back of a cereal box or something, and the reason why I say that is because there are words and colors and symbols and designs printed on, one side of a cereal box, and I feel that if you use a piece of cardboard like that for what we're going to do today, it could subconsciously affect the process of your work. It could add influences that you did not have intended for your work, because advertising uses a lot of symbolism, and they like to drop in a lot of subliminal ideas, in how they present an advertised image, like a design for a product. So you don't want to use cardboard from the back of a cereal box or something. You want just plain cardstock. It can be any color. You could choose a color that is in accord with what exactly you want to make this person speak up or speak out about. White is probably your all-purpose color. You can also use like brown cardstock, like the real natural, like unbleached cardstock, and that's what I'm using in this example. What you want to do first, I'm going to show you what I have created here as a petition. I'm going to explain it all. The first thing you're going to start with when you have your pen is you're going to draw the open lips of the mouth. It doesn't have to be, now none of this has to be super artistic. You don't need to be like, Botticelli or like, no, it's not like, you're not drawing, you're not making the Sistine Chapel. You're putting an idea on paper, and all that matters is that to you, you feel it, you know it. So don't worry about how pretty it looks. It should just be something that you feel. Draw the lips of the mouth. Okay, that's the starting point. That's the easiest way to begin this. I usually start the top lip, and then I start the bottom lip. Okay, so you get this space. Then I would fill in like the teeth, and then after I do that, because I'm making this a symbol of the mouth of the one that I want to speak, I would put their first name, going across the top lip, and their last name going across the bottom lip. Then the next thing you're going to be doing is you're going to seal this image with an intention. You're going to basically lock that intention in there by using like this circular script. And I don't know if you can read this, but what the circular script says in this example is speak the truth. You would go around using cursive without lifting your pen. You must not lift your pen at all. If you need to cross I's, dot T's, you do that after you're done making the circle. You would write your intention. So in my case, it's like speak the truth, speak the truth, speak the truth, speak the truth. And I go all the way around. And the way that I do it is when my one hand is on the paper and I reach a point that I need to turn, I use my other hand and I turn it and I keep going. If you need to stop while you turn it with your other hand, that's fine. If you need to pull it over a little bit on the surface you're writing on, fine, but don't lift your pen. Don't lift your pen, because then you will break the circle, and you don't want to break the circle. And you would go all the way around, you know, until you get back to that starting point, and then you would connect the end of the script to the beginning of the script. This is a method that's often used in hoodoo in making petitions to seal the petition, to like lock that intention in there. And you're going to do the same thing. So yes, circular script, and then you're going to lock your intent, you know, I'm sorry, then you're going to dot your I's and cross your T's at the end after you've like made the circle, connected it back again. Next step, you can use any symbol. It doesn't have to be crosses like I used here. You can use any symbol that is sort of like sanctified to you and associated with the truth. Put 3 of those symbols going around this to keep what they are saying kind of geared toward like the greater good, and kind of like to sanctify the words that you're trying to get out of their mouth. It symbolizes the truth that's, you know, all around this situation. And it also helps to keep negative influences from interfering with what you're trying to do. So you can use pentacles, you can use sigils you've created yourself, you can use whatever you want to use from whatever path you happen to be in. A lot of people connect with crosses. You can use solar crosses, you can use like Sigil runes, like whatever you want to use as your symbol to go around this and just cover this with sanctification and truth and positivity. I suggest that you do that, those 3 points. So you've made your petition basically then. The next step is to cut out the circular hole here in the mouth. You can either use an X-Acto knife or you can use a scissor, and the easiest way to cut the hole without folding the paper is you would open the scissor, poke a hole in the middle, and then you could kind of like work the scissor like all around to cut out that circle, and make sure that you cut like between each teeth a little slit so that you can use the floss in this. And by the way, when you're drawing up your petition, and even when you're doing the rest of what you're doing, you really should be thinking about and feeling the truth coming out. You know, this person speaking, if you need to visualize or if you'd like to visualize what you're trying to bring about as if it is in the present tense happening. You can visualize that. That will lend more power to your work. But make sure you're putting, you know, some intention and feeling behind this, and maybe some visualization. Because if you put nothing behind this and you just kind of go through the motions, I don't feel that it's as strong as if you were really to put a lot of yourself into this. So, okay. The next step, you can either use floss like this, or you can use a flosser pick. I think a flosser pick is probably more convenient, but you could use loose string floss. It's still floss, it's all floss. And what you would do is when you're holding your petition and you're thinking about the situation you want this person to speak of, you would proceed to floss between each of the little cardboard teeth, you would floss between each of them, and you can even say as you go between each tooth something along the lines of, I release the truth from your mouth, I work the truth out of your mouth, you speak the truth, you know, in the name of all holiness, or, you know, I will it that you will speak the truth. You would want to say something out loud, or even think something in your head that goes along the lines of, you know, I'm making you speak. You're speaking in the name of whatever higher power, or I command or compel you to speak the truth for the greater good, whatever it is that you want to affirm, but you want to affirm that intention out loud as you are doing the act of actually flossing out that mouth. And then the next step, this is really of no consequence. This is just a tool that it's whatever. You can throw it out when you're done. This is the more important thing. This is your actual petition. The way that I would utilize this is in conjunction with the mirror magic that I suggested in my other videos to amplify the work so that it exists on this plane and in the other plane, that a sort of beacon of power is created between the worlds. What I would do to set this up is you would have your cleansed and consecrated and sealed magical mirror. Then your petition face up would be on top of the mirror. Then you'd have your candle holder on top of that. Let's say I just used any holder. And then your dressed candle for the truth would go in the holder, and you would proceed to burn the candle, and you can change the candles and keep working the same petition, you know? So yeah, that's basically how I would utilize the dental floss, to have someone speak up. Let's say they're too quiet and they don't talk about their needs, or they don't ask for things they need, and it really, really would be good for them to speak up, and they somehow can't find their voice, where you can help them find their voice. Or if someone knows something and they need to reveal it because something big is hinging on this thing that they need to reveal, you can kind of coax that out of their mouth. One bit of advice, though, is before you use your cardboard, before you use your pen to draw your petition, before you use your dental floss to symbolically floss the truth out of their mouth to get it out, or anything here, your candle holder, your candle, whatever, before you fix anything, you really probably should pass it through incense smoke to get rid of any like residual vibes from wherever these things happen to come from, or just daily handling. You want to be sure that everything you use is clean and clear and ready for your intentions to be put into them, so that your work is not affected by any outside influence. So there you have it. That's how you would use dental floss to make someone speak the truth, speak up, or speak out. This spell would be very beneficial, especially in cases that involve maybe slander or gossip, or, you know, in a court case, maybe this might come in handy. But I'm sure, you know, maybe there's other applications for this as well. That said, I hope that you enjoyed this video, that you found this spell something that was, you know, maybe helpful, or maybe a little interesting, a little different. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, feelings, anything, I welcome you to put those in the comment box, and I'll try to address those as best as I can. And with that said, blessed be and ashe, and have a great Sunday.